Welcome to WMI TV News. I'm Barbara Bruce. This news is being driven to you by Horn Auto Center, the Chevy store that saves you more. Today's top story is about leaking underground gasoline storage tanks. It was discovered 22 years ago that 3 underground gasoline tanks at a now defunct gas station on the Deuce of Clubs in Show Low were leaking. Despite the state's intervention and 2 years of work to try and clean it up, the dirt is still dirty. The Arizona Department of Environmental Quality approved a plan to clean up the site 13 years ago, but in January 2018, 8 years after the work was stopped, the proposed cleanup process was deemed to have been a failure, and ADEQ decided to terminate the corrective action. The actual work had gone on from March 2008 until May 2010. And according to an ADEQ public notice, the concentrations of petroleum constituents of concern were not significantly reduced, which resulted in the ADEQ decision to drop the corrective action plan. The site in question is at 421 West Deuce of Clubs, where there was a Thriftway Plateau store. The store had 3 leaking gas tanks, a 10,000-gallon tank and 2 6,000-gallon tanks. According to ADEQ officials, the next steps are to meet with the responsible party and work out a more aggressive plan of action. In the meantime, there is continued groundwater sampling, wrote Aaron Jordan with ADEQ. The purpose of terminating the original cap was to move forward with more aggressive remedial methods to get the site to closure. One of the primary risks from a leaking underground storage tank is that the toxic chemicals will invade groundwater supplies or contaminate wells. In the case of Show Low, however, that risk is reduced as the city's 14 wells are between 800 and 900 feet deep. There are currently 3 other sites in Show Low with leaking fuel tanks that are not cleaned up, and the cases are not closed. ADEQ lists 52 fuel tanks discovered with leaks in Show Low going back to the late 1980s. NPC students rank high in course completion. Student outcome data compiled from the state's 10 community college districts show that Northland Pioneer College students have the state's highest course completion rate in college algebra and English composition 2. Overall, NPC has the second highest completion rate of college level work among the districts. NPC's rankings was presented as part of an informational report on the Strategic Vision 2030 report presented at the Navajo County Community College District Governing Board's regular monthly meeting December the 18th in Holbrook. Ricky Jackson, Interim Vice President for Learning and Student Services, also highlighted NPC's 90.4% rate of program completion for students enrolled in direct-to-work industry certification programs. Strategic Vision 2030 creates a framework for the state's community colleges to reach the Achieve 60 AZ goal of having 60% of Arizona's working age population possess a post-secondary credential by 2030. Your weather forecast is brought to you by Pediatric Multicare West Dr. Vera Bennett and staff, where kids come first. Today, Wednesday, December the 26th, skies will be overcast with a chance of snow showers throughout the day. Thursday will continue to be colder and snowier with 40% chance of snow showers and a low of around 17. Friday and into the New Year's weekend, a chance of snow showers continues, decreasing into the weekend with chilly highs in the upper 20s or lower. More details on any of the news that you've heard here today can be found on our website, our Facebook page, or the print edition of your Tuesday or Friday Independent. And remember, today's news was driven to you by Horn Auto Center, the Chevy store that saves you more. Thank you for watching. I'm Barbara Bruce.